Hello, and welcome to the Iaconian Archives. I am the archivist, your host and reader. In this episode, I will be sharing an excerpt from Swindling My Spark by author Needs to Stop Looking at Valves, a tale of risky and raunchy business from the Transformers animated universe. So pour yourself a glass of NJEX, get comfortable at your console or in your berth, close your optics, and let's enter the archives. Yeah, I told you, I'm on my way, don't rush me. Lockdown was currently on a comm call with Swindle, who was possibly the sleaziest mech ever to exist. Well, one that was on par with him anyway. They hadn't gotten a chance to do business in over 1,000,000 years, and now that Swindle had a pretty new toy in stock, they finally had a reason to get together outside of messages. Swindle scoffed on the other line. Come on, is that any way to talk to a friend of yours? I'm saving this weapon just for you, Lockdown, old friend. I love how every word you gotta say just has to make you seem like the good guy here. Not a fault in that frame, is there? Now, that's not true. I have faults. One being that I'm too kind and generous. Lockdown barked in laughter at that, turning the corner. Swindle had apparently gotten stuck on this mudball, same as every other Cybertronian nowadays. It had things in common with Cybertron, but on the whole, it was trashy, filthy, and downright sleazy. Suffice to say, they both felt comfortable here. Lockdown turned the corner, and sure enough, there he was, that old and all too familiar Humvee. Granted, it was nighttime, and even with his headlights, Lockdown struggled to see him fully, but he knew that cologne anywhere. I'm sorry I cut off the comm link the second you called yourself generous. I just couldn't handle that. Felt like I was going to blow a gasket. That's what I like about you, Lockdown. Honest and blunt as the day is long. And you'd squat and kiss anyone's aft if they gave you enough credits. Is that an offer? Just show me the weapon, Swindle. Alright, follow me. Humans tend to get a bit excited around here, so I have my own little place away from it all. Little safe haven, if you will. Swindle turned and pressed forward, Lockdown trailing behind him. Swindle, as ever, was one to kill the silence. In a way, Lockdown appreciated the change of pace. I'm not too far from here. I keep myself parked by the docks. Perfect place to keep track of the goings-on and what have you. Lockdown didn't say anything, merely followed. If he responded to every little thing Swindle said, his voice boxes would have broken ages ago. Swindle ducked past some shipping crates, they transformed, and Lockdown scowled. You're just hiding behind some crates? A bit unprofessional of you. Quite the observation, my bounty hunter friend. However, you couldn't be any more wrong. Swindle pulled some gadget from his subspace, and almost like magic, a door opened right next to him. Welcome to Casa da Swindle. After you. Lockdown walked in, and Swindle finally turned on the lights. It was a decent setup. A comfortable main room kept spick and span, with other rooms closed, most likely to keep them away from view. Swindle always kept the social area clean, while behind the scenes it was a disaster zone. Swindle motioned for the sofa in front of them. Please, take a seat. Appreciate the upholstery. It's all the way from Caminus. Care for a drink? If it'll help me deal with your rambling, sure. Make it strong. Lockdown figured he'd sneak that price into the final total, but it was just classic Swindle. Lockdown took whatever beverage he was handed, not even looking, and tossed it back in one gulp. Swindle wasted no more time, as time was money, and brought back just the weapon he had come all the way for. Voila! The good old spark extractor. It's a totally new invention, completely one of a kind, and so portable. When I hear new, I also hear kinks, and not in the fun kind. Swindle gave a laugh and sat right in front of Lockdown, holding the weapon in his lap. Funny, Lockdown. Would I ever sell you a product that's defective? Do you not remember the polarity gauntlet? Swindle faltered in his disposition, and he chuckled uncomfortably. It was always fun to trip over the Bimac. Lockdown, that was ages ago. I was new to the game, naive, gullible if anything. I swear this product is more than reliable. Lockdown set his glass down, scoffing. Had he not known Swindle, he'd feel complimented by the sweet words and exaggerated movements. All right, let me ask you this. How come you didn't save this pretty little thing for Megatron? He's got more pockets than I do. Swindle shrugged, flicking some random speck of dust on the weapon. One, this is a big-time weapon that I don't exactly trust Megatron with. It'd be easy for him to get just a little bit upset at me, and then you could say bye-bye to your favorite weapons dealer. Besides, Swindle's grin cracked his face before he finished his sentence. I missed you, so I wanted an excuse to meet up. Lockdown felt his shoulders stiffen. There was something different about that smile. He hesitated as he thought about his words. You're telling me that you chose me over Megatron's level bank? What can I say? I try to give everyone a fair chance, but I have the tendencies to play favorites. And you, Lockdown, just happen to be my favorite.
You can find this story posted in its entirety at archiveofourown.org, along with nearly 40,000 original Transformers transformative works. Give it a read and let the author know what you thought. Comments and kudos encourage authors to keep producing their art. Please subscribe to this channel and you'll know when new videos are posted. As always, comments and suggestions are welcome below. If you would like to suggest a story or a selection from a longer fanfic for reading here on the Iaconian Archives, please view our video from the archivist suggesting content, and you could hear me read some of your favorite Transformers fanfiction. From tonight's author and myself, thank you for your time and support.